Years from now, when we look back at 2019, we will remember it as the Hot Toys year of the Spider. I mean, in the last month or so, we have seen Cos Babies, we have seen the Game Advance suit, we have seen Scarlet Spider, and now, of course, the so-called stealth suit from the new Spider-Man movie. Looking pretty awesome, I would have to say. A very, very different take on it. Some say inspired by the Spider-Man noir version of the character. I don't know if I would necessarily say that, but it does look pretty cool. Very, very different, very, very different. Almost sort of like not Spider-Man himself, but more like, I don't know, Ninja Spidey, I guess. Looking at this costume, you can see a lot of armored pieces, a lot of, I'm going to say like riot gear almost. It looks cool. Some things don't make sense. I mean, the fact that he has gloves with the fingers exposed. I mean, hello, fingerprints, people. But on the whole, as you can see from the bottom up over here, the suit seems pretty solid. I don't think we're going to have that problem with the material getting damaged, as we've seen, or rather have had concerns about in the other Spider-Man costumes. But the body does seem a little bit small for the costume itself. I wonder if they're going to add some padding, because as you can see, there is some folding in the costume as a whole. Another thing I wonder about is, how well is this thing going to be holding poses? Is it going to have the ratchet body that we've seen before? And if so, how is that going to work now in terms of the armor padding over here? Because I worry that, the padding is going to sort of go all over the show, excuse me. But you know what, we can get some of the really cool Spidey poses, as you can see from this picture over here with the upside down suspended Spidey. So yeah, I guess that once we see more in the movie, we'll have to know. I think that circle is where the shield sign is going to go, but again, that remains to be seen. From the bottom up here, as you can see, a lot of little buckles, a lot of little gizmos and gadgets all throughout. So I think this is going to be a fairly detailed figure, which is always a plus. And yeah, I would have to say I'm actually pretty eager for it. You can do a fair amount. I still maintain it doesn't look exactly what I would expect Spidey to look like, but on the whole, it's pretty kick-ass. Which of course brings us to the accessories. Now, when we're talking about accessories here with this figure, you can see we get quite a bit, though a lot of it seems to be sort of recycled. As we see with the webbing and with the hands, just with slightly different sculpts. I like the eye thing that they're doing there. You can swap out, his visor over there to give him the different eyes that they have there, but they work in pairs and not individually. But I think that the thing that everyone is like super excited about is, of course, the base. The exclusive deluxe version is going to have this Molten Man base. I gotta say, this thing looks freaking amazing. From the pictures over here, it looks as though it lights up. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but assuming it doesn't, it still looks freaking awesome. The way it has all these highlights and textures on it, it looks I'm just so impressed by it. And yeah, when you see the figure posed with it, this is going to be like a definite showpiece. So I, for one thing, would love to get this base. It reminds me of the Sandman base we saw with the old Spider-Man 3, which incidentally was also a black suit. So fun fact, think of that what you will. But on the whole, this is what the figure is going to look like, fully posed, fully assembled. It was going to look freaking amazing. I'm super excited about this movie. Let me know in the comments what you are thinking. Are you amped up like me, or are you a little bit apprehensive about the fact that Hot Toys seems to have discovered its new Iron Man, and is Hot Toys just going to keep on bombarding us with Spider-Man figures? So yeah, as is always the case, be sure to like, share, subscribe, for that will really help me out, and check out some of these other really cool videos as well. I'll chat to you guys soon. Bye.